Hello, beautiful people. This is Nickel and Dime Show with Caleb McBride and Harry Hughes. Um, man, I Harry, I honestly can't believe that we're here.
No, it's been a long time coming. Been talking about this for a year now, and I'm pretty fired up for this day.
I'm so fired up for this. Like Harry said, it's been a long time coming. We've been cooking this up for a little bit now. Um, we'll be talking. I know our show is called Nickel and Dimes, but we'll be talking almost every sport, honestly. For right now, we're mainly gonna be hitting football because it's football season. But once basketball season rolls around and later in October too, we'll hit some World Series and basketball talks too. But yeah, we're so glad you guys are here and listening to us. Put a lot of work into this and we're ready to go. We're fired up. I know you guys are gonna enjoy it. So with that being said, let's get ready for the first show. We're here.
Day one. I can't believe it. It's just, I'm so ready to talk some football. It's a great week one, week two of college football. Today we're talking about the NFL. It was a hell of a week.
It was a great week. It was a great week. I mean, we got mad content to talk about today. First starting off, we're gonna get into Lions and Rams last night, Sunday night football. That was a great job by schedule makers.
They cooked.
They cooked. They definitely cooked. They did their shit. They did their shit. Because I mean, Sunday night ball, it's kind of like a dull moment during the day a little bit, especially the late afternoon games.
The 4 o'clock window was undesirable.
Yeah.
A lot of beatdowns.
Definitely thought the Browns Cowboys were gonna be better.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we can get to that. We can get to that later. We can get to that later.
Shout out Dak Prescott getting his contract though.
$60 million quarterback is crazy, but we'll get into that later. Lions Rams Sunday night football. Matthew Stafford returned to Detroit, the house that he built. Going against Jared Goff, who was a throwaway from the Los Angeles Rams, and Sean McVay.
Yeah, he was just a part of that trade, and it was mostly about the picks, but they had to get rid of their quarterback, so worked out for everyone actually. Pretty good trade.
Rematch of the wild card. Harry, what'd you think of the game?
I thought it was actually pretty similar to the wild card because most of the game was the Rams could drive the ball, but their big problem was getting into the end zone. Like once the red zone, obviously, so Stafford had the interception. That was bad. I don't know really what he saw there, but other than that, he played great. It was a really good game. Same as the wild card. That was another great game. Obviously, though, in the wild card, Puka Nacua played a huge role, and he got hurt early in this, so Cooper Cup really stepped up, and we all know what he's capable of.
Vintage Cooper Cup. That was Triple Crown winner Cooper Cup right there.
Yeah, that was 2021.
Did you see that toe tap that he had at the end of the game? That was beautiful. That was a masterpiece.
That ball didn't move. That was perfect. Got those feet in. He's a wide receiver. He's a professional.
A lot of people might have complained about the first half because it was kind of slow in the first half. I will admit. But honestly, that just makes for a great finish, and we got a great finish. I mean, it was still interesting because you watch two teams battling defensively. I mean, both defenses are going to be elite this year. I thought the Rams were going to miss Ernest Jones. Chris Collinsworth kind of mentioned this. Ernest Jones, the linebacker from the Rams. I'm not sure what team he went to.
He's in the Titans now.
There you go. He's on
one
the
of the
Titans.
best blitzing linebackers in the whole league. He's a beast.
And yet, it really didn't feel like they missed a beat at all.
I think the Rams might have also been missing someone else maybe on the D-line.
Oh, damn. I don't. It's
maybe
not mine.
Maybe.
I don't know.
99?
9.
Guy from Pittsburgh, the D tackle.
Is it Aaron?
Aaron Donald.
There we go. Hall of Famer.
First ballot. They should give him the jacket right now.
I mean,
they look good without him.
They drafted his replacement, Brandon Fizzi.
I know what you're talking
about. From Florida State.
Yep.
From Florida State, number 55. Everybody can go look him up.
Yep.
He played well last night too.
He did. They could have used Aaron Donald in the last drive of the game.
Yeah. They definitely could have. But all in all, and then Jared Verse, he looked good too.
Jared Verse is a beast.
Got a sack at the end of the half too. He might have been able to strip it out, but he got a sack at the end of the half. The new Rams defense, especially the front seven, they look pretty good. They look pretty well.
Yeah, on paper, that game looks like it should be a beatdown. The Lions are
stacked.
Every position you can go through it. Their O-line's great. They have great weapons. Their running backs are great. Defense, like Hutchinson was decent all night. That game, credit to Matt Stafford. Stafford and Cup on offense was basically all they had. Kyron looked solid. A bunch of their rookies came through, but Matt Stafford played a great game last night.
Matt Stafford, I mean, the throws he was making, you just gotta for me, I know it is. I know it's like this for you too, but I'm just like, wow, like I love good quarterback play. You know me, I love to see the head moving, going through progressions, the no look sidearms. Oh my god!
I think it was Demarcus Robinson. I believe the guy from the Chiefs. He on the third down was near the end of the game. Stafford didn't even look close to his left, and and he just put it right on him for a first down. He's just a gunslinger.
It's ridiculous.
He's a beast.
It's ridiculous. But credit to the Rams defense. They held the Lions offense in check.
Mm-hmm.
Jameson Williams, I think he's gonna have a big year.
He's too good not to.
I mean, he was heavily involved in the game plan. It seemed like Ben Johnson was trying to give him the ball a lot. Didn't really see too many opportunities for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Don't know why that was the case. Really hurt my fantasy a lot.
I'm in the same boat.
Unfortunately.
Same boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Four grabs?
Yeah.
3 grabs? 3 grabs for 14
3 catches
yards?
for 14 yards. That's like should be like the first series. Yeah, no, but Jameson Williams looked unbelievable. The double move he had on Tre'Davious White coming over from the Bills.
He looked good too. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but he looked good too.
He didn't look good on the double move.
Oh.
It was nasty. It was Jameson. It was like him from out of Alabama. He ran the double move. Tre'Davious White basically went to tackle him and stuff. He couldn't even get hands on him then. Other than that, White did look good.
I thought Tre'Davious White he looked better than I'm expecting. That's why I said he looked good.
Fair. That's very fair.
He looked better than I was expecting because bouncing back from an ACL injury when you're not that old, but
for a corner he's old.
That old.
For a corner he's old.
That old. I mean, it's a pretty big injury.
Yeah, Kobe Durant, the other corner for Rams, had a chance to pick off Goff, but he dropped.
Yeah. That was a big.
That was a big one.
Yeah, that was a big one. Yeah.
I mean, Rams had the ball up 3 with 3 minutes left.
I thought they were gonna win
and they let it get away.
Yeah.
I think Kyron ran out of bounds at one play.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
He did, and it saved Dan Campbell a timeout right before the 2-minute warning.
Stafford missed the throw to Cup.
Mm-hmm.
It was pressure though. It was Hutchinson got in. He took away basically the left. So he couldn't really step into it.
That was a big miss, though.
Yeah,
that was a big miss. I think
definitely a big miss.
I might be mistaken, but I think either not the series, maybe the series before that, he made a big third down play like that no looker to Cup. Maybe it might have been the Cup. It was like a drag route. Might have been Johnson too. I don't know, but it was a crazy no look. Pocket was collapsing.
I think that was the one to Demarcus Robinson.
Yeah, maybe.
Like
maybe.
Whatever it was.
Yeah,
I think it was that.
But I mean,
great game.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that matchup again.
We deserve it.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I think the Rams are going to give San Francisco a run for their money too.
There's something about Matt Stafford playing the Lions. The Lions, yeah, what he's saying, San Francisco, they should have beat him last year.
Yeah.
They had him last year.
They just got to get Amon-Ra more involved. Again, it's week 1, so not everything's going to look good. Not everything's going to look fluid and perfect. And they're going to be, these two teams, Lions and the Rams, are going to look different in January. But the foundation of how they looked yesterday, the run game, Lions for the run game, all that's going to be there towards the end of the year. It's just going to be better.
There's so much to build on.
So much to build on. Teams. And, I mean, if you're Sean McVay, you just go and tell your team, if anything, it's not like a, oh, man type of speech. It's a, look what we just did, guys.
Yeah, week 1.
Like, it's week 1. You know, we made some mistakes, but we had chances to win that game.
Yeah, I don't think the Rams were expecting to go 7.
If anything, the morale should go up.
Definitely.
The confidence should be up.
You went to Detroit, played a really good football team in a really tough environment.
Sunday night football.
And you brought them all the way to overtime, and you could have won.
Should have won.
You probably should have won, but you can't hang your head on that. So much to look forward to for the Rams. Hopefully Nakua is okay.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think has there been any updates on Nakua?
I don't think so yet. No. Yeah. No. That was a great game. Lions. It's really good for them to know that Jameson Williams can have that type of game. Because we saw it in college. When he was at Alabama, that was every game.
He's electric. He's electric.
He's one of the most dangerous people with the ball.
And credit to Ben Johnson, but they also didn't. I felt like they should have took a little bit more downfield shots to J-Mo.
Yeah.
But other than that, I thought it was a good game plan. I thought they played well offensively. Just gotta get Amon-Ra more involved. And that run game, man. I mean, that run game, that's two-headed monster.
Yeah.
I think it might have been you that said it, but they kind of Jameer and Montgomery kind of remind me of like Kamara and yeah.
Definitely.
I think that was you that said that. Yeah. Like
they're different backs and they're both really effective at what they do.
Exactly. And I would have liked to see Jameer get a little bit more touches, like throwing the catches, a little bit more catches, targets. But all in all, it was a great game for Sunday night. I thought we got treated a little bit, a little early treat going to overtime.
The NFL did a fantastic job with the primetime games. We're recording this on Monday, so the Jets haven't played the Niners yet. But the Thursday night game was great. The game in Brazil was great. And the Sunday night game was great.
Yeah.
That's huge for the NFL. The fact that all three of those were great games, came down to the wire, you can't make a better opening week than that.
I agree. I completely agree. I don't know. I'm excited. Yesterday just made me so excited for the rest of the. Well, kind of made me excited.
Yeah, I'm
for the rest of the
excited.
day. We're gonna get into that a little bit later, but as a fan perspective, just for the love of the game, it made me excited for this how this year is gonna go. Even though I won't be cheering too much for my team because there won't be a lot to cheer about. But yeah, I'm excited.
Just can't help. It's just great opening weekend of football. They nailed it. Just awesome. Very excited.
5 straight days of football.
Oh.
Like, does it get better than
It's
that?
like the only thing versus has like the 12 days.
like does it
we have football on Christmas, so it's
on Netflix though?
is that?
On Netflix though. Yeah. But yeah, 5 straight days of football. Thursday night. Like you said, all the primetime games were pretty good.
Yeah, they were all awesome.
Chiefs, Ravens went down to the wire. That game was
likely wore a shoe size, one shoe size down.
Bro,
We're having a different conversation right
I think Mark Andrews' spot might be taken in Baltimore.
now. I see people on Twitter calling him a left tackle.
I mean, Isaiah Likely's a dog, bro. Coastal
Yeah,
legend.
I was just gonna say, where did he
I
go to
think-
school?
Is it? Can't be the Beast Chickens. He didn't play for the Beast Chickens. No way.
I heard only really smart and attractive guys go there. So
Are you saying Isaiah Likely's smart and attractive?
I'm saying I am. I'm saying I am. I fall into that boat. As are you, my friend. As are you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, Isaiah Likely, coastal legend, just balled out.
Balled out.
Just balled out.
Took Mark Andrews' spot because it wasn't like they ran. We were talking about this a little earlier too. They were running 12. Traditionally, that was 12 personnel, but they really came out and spread.
Yeah.
12 personnel being 2 tight ends, 1 running back, and spread being, 4 wide receivers, 2 in the slot, 2 outside wide. But that's a hard guard considering because Andrews isn't a scrub either. We're not saying he's a scrub.
Andrews actually isn't that bad.
Yeah.
He's very
he's
good.
actually very
He's
good.
an elite tight end.
It's just that Likely is too good to have on the sidelines. And if you're going to come into the huddle with 2 tight ends, because, if you guys don't know, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys do know because you guys are fans of the game, but if you don't know, guys run on and off the sideline, and the defense is looking at who's coming onto the field so they can get their personnel on the field.
And once the offense subs, the ref gives you time to sub.
Yeah.
So it's not like you can just do a switcheroo. You do have time to respond.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you see 2 6'5" guys running on the field,
You're bringing the big guys out.
You're bringing the big guys in, but then they break the huddle and they come out and spread. So now they're spreading all your big guys out.
And Likely can run. Andrews can run.
And they're fast and physical, so you can't really put tiny DB, not tiny necessarily, but really you put a DB out on there in the slot in the nickel, you're giving up 30 pounds.
Yeah. I want to give them a lofty comparison. It's not. I don't think they're this.
I think I know where you're going with this.
I think you do. It's kind of like Gronk and Aaron Hernandez.
I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it.
Likely he's he's quicker. He's not nearly as good of a blocker, and they beat you in different ways. They're 2 kind of different types of tight ends. And I think Isaiah Likely had a hell of a block.
He could still block.
Yeah,
he could still block.
Yeah, he did. So having 2 tight ends like that is that makes your offense a lot easier to run, especially for Baltimore where you don't really have the receivers. You got Zay Flowers, who's awesome. Bateman's whatever, and after that, it's kind of like a bunch of no one really.
Yeah, I mean, one of them get hurt, you're in a bind. You're in a tough bind. I thought they could have drafted one this year in the draft, especially with how deep the class is.
Who did they get? Nate Wiggins in the first?
Yeah, they did.
Is he out?
No, he played.
Did he play?
He played.
Yeah.
But Nate Wiggins isn't looking bad.
No.
He's
tiny though, right? That's his thing.
He is small.
He's
small,
a
but he's quick.
He's a football
He's
player.
quick. He has great ball skills.
Yeah.
So he's not afraid to tackle either. I saw
That
him
was
come up and
Emmanuel Forbes' problem.
Yeah. Well, he has a lot of problems.
He has a lot of problems.
He has a lot of problems. Mike Evans was bullying him and got. See, Bucks are a bad matchup for Washington because you can literally pick on him. They have 2 physical receivers and they could pick on Emmanuel Forbes.
And they did.
Yeah, exactly.
They got him. And I remember last year, A.J. Brown, when he did Emmanuel Forbes. It was just
Oh, my God.
over and over. They're going to play them twice a year.
He should have been the one getting detained, not Tyreek Hill.
And I'm pretty sure there was a corner drafted after Emmanuel Forbes, the Patriots got Christian Gonzalez. Is that his name? Oh yeah, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he played pretty well.
Elite.
And actually, there's another one that went after Emmanuel Forbes. You know, he didn't play awful yesterday either.
The Terp.
Yeah,
The Terp.
I think the banks are closed on Sunday.
I'm hearing that.
I'm hearing the banks are closed on Sunday.
Yeah.
Deontay Banks.
He's a beast.
So I mean,
Ron Rivera. He's a sick bastard. He's a sick bastard. You saw Christian Gonzalez. I had a mock draft. I had him going like top 10, I think.
Yeah, I thought.
And the Pats were picking at 14. I'm like, oh, that's great. We're gonna get Christian Gonzalez. That's how we traded back. I fell to my knees.
Thought it was over.
I was like, come on, like we're gonna.
They can't be this stupid.
We're gonna pick someone so dumb. And then I'm like, oh, Washington needs a corner.
No way they would pass on
the most prototypical corner ever.
No way they would pass up on the best corner in the draft.
They did end up doing it. It was great. Forbes. Oh yeah, no. So that was great.
Yeah, I mean, going back to the Ravens and Likely and Andrews, I mean, that's gonna be a tough team to. I mean, they're always a tough team to guard when you got Lamar at quarterback.
Yeah.
And then now you add in Derrick Henry, who like you saw what he brought, like just the short yardage plays. There was a couple times where I thought the Chiefs kind of stood them up pretty well.
Yep.
But then when you have a 6'4" running back,
they're like a weird team because when you think of like traditionally, if your quarterback, you want to use him like short yardages, like Josh Allen, for example, like he's the one that picks up a few yards, like a QB sneak or Hurts or whatever, and the running back does the long runs, like Barkley. Really, it's the opposite in Baltimore. Like Lamar's your long runner, like he can go, he's got the long speed. Which Derrick Henry, I don't know if he still has it, but he should because he still can move. But that's a really tough backfield to stop on the ground.
yeah, and then you add in, like we said, Zay Flowers and Likely and Andrews. I'm surprised they didn't do like make better efforts. I would say to get Zay Flowers the ball, like get him out in space.
Yeah.
Like like I'm surprised they don't put like him, like they don't run him, Henry and Lamar in the backfield. Try to do stuff like
motion
that.
him out.
Just stuff to toy with the defense. Again, it is week 1, so like
and that was a Thursday.
Yeah, and a
Short
Thursday
week.
game. Yeah, granted they did have all off season to prepare for that.
Yeah, they did
but
have a few months, but
I digress. So
yeah.
Transitioning here, we're gonna get into Patriots and Bengals.
All right, Cab, I'll take it from here.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
How about New England Patriots? I've seen people on TikTok, Twitter, everywhere. Oh, the Patriots might not win a game. They're terrible. Well, we're 1-0. We're undefeated right now. I'm just saying it how it is. The defense, I know T. Higgins was out. Jamar Chase is sick with food poisoning and lack of money, too. I don't think that helped him out yesterday. And Christian Gonzalez said before the game he's not earning a contract on him. I think Jamar Chase still deserves a really big contract, by the way. But the Pats' defense looks great. Their special teams is great, which last year, I don't know how, they were abysmal. Just terrible on special teams. But we forced our long snapper, Joe Cardona, 10-year veteran, U.S. military veteran, Joe Cardona, first year as a captain.
Doing it for the country.
He's a real Patriot. Forced a fumble. Gets me fired up. I'm so happy with the Pats. The offense, like, it is what it is. Ramondre was a beast. Jacoby Brissett, like you're not signing him to be Patrick Mahomes. Like he's gonna be a game manager, and that's what he did. No turnovers. Made the right read on every play. Actually showed a little more on his feet than I was expecting. He got out of some really sticky situations and has a few good scrambles. I know he had 16-yard scramble to get him like inside the 10-yard line, which set up a touchdown. But really happy with the Pats. If I was a Bengals fan, I'd be concerned. I'd be really concerned because that was not a good game from them.
They didn't score until like midway to the third.
No, they did not. Yeah, it was bad.
Like, granted, you're missing T. Higgins, okay? Joe Mixon is no longer there. But Jamar was still on that field.
Jamar was on that field.
Joe Burrow was still playing.
And the thing is, that weird is Joe Burrow looked all right. I know he had a really bad EPA, but I thought he looked fine. The difference between the Super Bowl Bengals, the team that went to the Super Bowl with Chase and Burrow, to like even the team the last 2 years, it's so different. When Jamar Chase first got to the league, every single week he'd have like a 50-yard deep ball touchdown.
His fantasy points were insane. Insane.
What he did against the Chiefs late in his rookie year, I think he had like 263 touchdowns, just something nuts. And it's just the teams play them so differently now. They hold keep the cover on them basically. They can't get deep on them, and they got to figure out how to play more in intermediate short passing, which they're trying. But if it's not Chase and Tay Higgins is out, and Tyler Boyd's gone too, he's been there forever, and he was a really big piece for them on third down. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they look the rest of the year.
Maybe it will look different when T Higgins comes back, but I mean, if you look at the stat sheet, they really didn't have that bad of a game. Like you said, Joe Burrow didn't have 21 of 29, 164 yards. Yeah, the yards are extremely low, but 21 of 29 is not bad at all.
No turnovers.
Then they had nearly 80 yards on the ground.
Yeah, no.
That's not bad offensively. But then you just go look at the box score for the receivers. It's just Jamar. That's the problem. They don't have a tight end. Gesicki's been bounced. He's a journeyman now. He's turned into a journeyman.
He caught a touchdown in the second quarter where you have to bring it in, and he dropped at the last second. And he did his dumb gritty. He thought he scored. If I'm catching the ball, I think I know if I catch it or not. He was doing that dumb dance like he just won the Super Bowl, and 2 minutes later they had 0 points again on the scoreboard. They overturned it immediately.
Yeah, I mean, he was decent in Miami.
Yeah.
And he was decent in Miami, and then after that, I think he went to the Pats, and then he's starting to fall off a little bit.
Mike McDaniel told him to beat it. He didn't fit their scheme at all because he's a receiving tight. He can't block. He's a terrible blocker, and he's really, really bad with our yards after the catch.
Yeah, well, you can't listen. If you're gonna be bad at blocking, you better be able to make somebody miss and be shifty in your routes, like Travis Kelce.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Gesicki cannot. You can tell by his gritty.
Yeah,
he has no hips. So you better be a damn good blocker, and he's not. So what are you doing for me on the field?
And he can't catch the ball either. Well, he can, but he really should have caught that
touchdown.
So
overall, you basically after hearing what we just said, you can't play tight end.
Cincinnati's just been the land of misfit tight ends the past few years. They brought in Irv Smith, who was really hyped up out of Alabama. He was terrible. They brought in Hayden Hurst from the Ravens, first-round pick, pretty good pedigree. He wasn't good either. So they've been just swinging and missing trying to find the tight end. They had C.J. Uzama the year they were good. They went to the Super Bowl.
They let him go to the Jets.
Yeah, and he was what they needed. He could block. He's a captain. He was a leader. And they've been trying to fill that void. Hasn't been going well. Because even back at LSU, obviously they had Chase and Jefferson. But Burrow really, Thad Moss was a big part
I was about to say,
team.
Thaddeus Moss, he thought he was a big part of their offense.
He wasn't his dad, but
no.
He was what they needed.
No.
Imagine that.
But what?
Just imagine Randy Moss on the 2019 LSU.
Oh, Jesus.
Ugh.
70 every game?
Yeah, every game would be the Oklahoma game.
Yeah.
I guess it's pretty close to that anyways. But that'd be just Terrace Marshall would be the fourth receiver.
That would be bad. Good. That would be bad. But yet, I don't know. Concerned. Definitely concerned. I mean, again, week one, don't mean to sound too hard on these guys, but we're just calling it how we see it. And it looks rough for the Bengals. I mean, they need some. If the Patriots wanted to, they could have doubled Jamar all day if they wanted to. Just stacked him.
Yeah, even if T. Higgins was in, they would have put Gonzalez on Higgins, and then they would have doubled Jamar. And they would have effectively done the same thing. Maybe the third guy can get open more in that situation. Because the Patriots played the Bengals on Christmas 2 seasons ago. And the problem was they had Marcus Jones. He's one of my favorite players, but he's a little guy. He's 5'8", 5'9". He's really a gadget player. But they had him on T. Higgins, and it really didn't work out. Joe Burrow was just tossing up as high as he could. T. Higgins, obviously great at the point of the catch. And they couldn't do that because now they got Gonzalez. Obviously, T. Higgins didn't play, but if they could, Gonzalez is big enough to go with him. So it'll be tough to see what Cincinnati's got going forward.
Yeah, I don't know. They're gonna have to figure some things out because they need more than what they have right now, and it obviously showed to be a struggle for Joe Burrow and the rest of that offense.
I just wanted to say, growing up as a child, giant Patriots fan. Every year, Gerard Mayo, great linebacker, and towards the end, he kind of got hurt every year. And one of my dad's favorite players ever, shout out my father, Scott. And Gerard Mayo, just to see him, he joined the coaching staff years ago. He's been our de facto D coordinator for the past few years with them and Steve Belichick. To see him finally become our head coach and to see him win his first game was really cool. The team really, really gets behind him. They dumped the Gatorade bath on him, which you don't really see week one, but he deserved it. all off season. People trying to say, can he fill in for Belichick? Obviously, not going to win 6 Super Bowls immediately, but he looked really good. I'm so happy for him. That's my coach, Gerard Mayo. That's my coach.
The dog days of Pats football seem to be over. No, I mean, they had a couple rough years. Mac Jones is now there, but there's a lot of upside for you guys. I mean,
sun is shining in New England.
Traded away Judon. People were questioning that. Keon White, his replacement, looked really well yesterday. I mean, we didn't even really get to talk about the Patriots' defense. Like,
ooh, Keon White's a beast. Keon White out of Georgia Tech. It's his second year. He's a second-round pick. He's just a beast.
Out of where?
Georgia Tech.
They make good football players?
Jameer Gibbs came from there originally.
Hey.
I'm pretty sure. No, Calvin Johnson.
Calvin Johnson, too.
Demarius Thomas.
It's true.
They kind of churn him out.
They do.
Once in a while, they give you
Once in a while.
Once in a blue moon. Yeah, I'm very happy. Keon White, 2.5 sacks. I mean, doesn't get better than that. Going against Trent Brown, too. Trent Brown, former Patriot. That was good to see. Trent Brown's all past few years, he'd always be nagging about some injury. I went to, what was it called, training camp a few years ago. He doesn't stretch. Like, it's very understandable to see how he gets hurt all the time. He doesn't stretch. I was watching him, he was just sitting around, but just to see Keon White play that good was awesome. Jabril Peppers, Kyle Duggar, Tavai, the whole defense. Very happy with the Pats defense, and Gerard Mayo knows what he's doing with that group.
Yeah, credit to the Patriots front office. Good hire in Gerard Mayo. Seems like they knew what they were doing.
Trust in Elliott Wolf, new GM.
I mean, the skies, it looks like good times ahead in New England.
Drake May's loading, but Brissett got us for right now. But a few years from now, give me 2 years.
You know,
stay away to 7.
It must be nice, just having some upside to look forward to.
Yeah.
Believing that your team may not be elite right now, but maybe a year or two down the road they'll be elite. It just must feel nice knowing that.
Yeah, where are you going with this? You want to talk about?
I think you know where I'm going with this.
Is there a team
I think you know where I'm going with this.
Is there a team in East Rutherford you want to talk about?
Yes, there is. Yes.
The $160 million man?
The freaking New York Football Giants. Oh, my God.
I think we could take the football out of the name now.
Dude.
I don't think they earned that.
I've been a Giants fan all my life. I love this team, okay? 2016, Odell, Victor Cruz, Young Shep. It was amazing.
Yep.
Playoff run, amazing.
The Boat Boys.
You just mentioned the boat?
You said playoff run. I just want to, it wasn't really a run. It was they had the Boat Boys. Then the playoffs ended.
Just trying to poke, like.
I don't know. I'm just saying what I.
Trying to make the wound worse, Harry.
Sorry, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. This is a sensitive topic.
I understand. No, trust me. You can say a lot of things, but the Giants and the Patriots, I get it.
This is a sensitive topic.
I'm sure.
2 Super Bowls, won by our glorious King Eli, beating the undefeated Patriots.
I was 4. I don't really care.
Beating the Patriots again.
I did care about that one. There's a video of me crying.
Exactly. And yet, here we are with this idiot at quarterback. Oh, my God. We gave this man $160 million.
I mean, I'll play for free. I could do that.
I could do that.
Yeah, no.
We let Saquon walk out the door. We actually threw him out the door. The Hard Knocks coming out does not help. Why did they agree to that?
I'm really excited to see the competition this year between who has more touchdowns, the Giants as a team and Saquon Barkley. I think it's going to be a fun one.
The fact that you even just said that is sad.
I think it's going to be fun.
We threw Saquon out the door, as we all saw in Hard Knocks, which, by the way, Hard Knocks is not making us look any better.
No, I don't think.
After this season, we're going to look like we don't know what the heck we're doing.
I will give them a little credit because at least they were trying to trade up for a quarterback. The motive was there.
Damn the motive.
They knew he was bad. We know he's bad.
So why, if you knew he was bad, why give him $160 million over 4 years and let the best player since Odell Beckham Jr. walk out the door?
You can't reason with madness.
Like, what are we doing? Harry, before we went on live, the play that I broke down.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
Let me explain it to you guys. I can't really give you guys. I'm going to try to create a visual for you guys, okay? 12 personnel. I believe it's second and long because I think we just got a holding call.
Yeah,
second and 16.
Yeah, second 16.
12 personnel. Two on the right. We're on the right hash, right? Motion Wandell across the formation, so he comes to the right side. I believe he joins Neighbors, maybe. Neighbors runs a slant. Wandell runs a flat route. And on the backside, we have a swing out by Singletary. A little hook, 5-yard hook, hitch route, if you will, over the middle by Bellinger. And then a spacing route, which is just another hook route, just on the hash towards the field, on the left hash, by Theo Johnson. Okay? So, in this concept, for those of you who don't know, in this concept, if the defense is in cover 2, which is 2 high safeties, splitting the field, the corners playing flats, so playing from the line of scrimmage to like 4 yards maybe, depending on how they're coached, and then 3 linebackers occupying the middle of the field. Okay, that's what the defense is doing. So, Daniel Jones, second and 16. You know, when you're in second and long after a holding, you want to get into a manageable third down. A 6-year NFL quarterback should know this. Okay?
Yep.
Like I said, we have a slant route towards to the boundary. We have a slant route and a flat. Those are the route combos over there. So the slant is going to go towards the middle field to the linebackers. Is that going to be open, Ari?
No.
With 3 linebackers in the middle field, is that going to be open?
It would not
Is
be
that
open.
ever going to be open?
In the NFL, it will never be open.
Never be open. Okay.
In Division I college football, won't be open.
I'm sorry. How much NFL quarterback experience do you have?
I believe you said it was a 6-year?
No, how much do you have?
Oh, I have none.
Oh,
I have
okay,
never
okay,
played a
okay,
snap.
okay. And if I'm not, how much do I have?
I've known you for a good amount, and I've never seen you in the NFL, so I'm gonna also go with 0. Like we
Okay,
talked about
and
that.
how long has Daniel Jones been in the league?
This is year 6.
Okay, and that's a pretty basic concept that I just broke down, right?
Yeah, no, it's not like he's 6 years old. It's his
Like
sixth
I
year
think
in
an
the
8th
NFL.
grade quarterback could do that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the play
You
side.
ever seen the video of the kid running around and plays football blind?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he could figure that
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the play side. So we got slant and flat route. So that the corner is. We watched the film, ladies and gentlemen. We sat down and we watched it. The corner eyes was in the backfield, saw the flat route coming. He played it. Slant route going to the middle of the field. As we told y'all, it's occupied. There's 3 linebackers sitting in the middle of the field. So let's go to the field side. To the field again. There's 3 linebackers in the middle of the field. So this hook route, it's not gonna be open. He had a chance to get in there, but like I said, you really don't want to risk that on second and long because now it's gonna be 3rd and 16.
Yeah.
So your eyes, mind you, this all has to happen super fast. We get that. We understand that. But that is your damn job.
You got to be able to process.
That is your damn job.
It's all about processing speed.
Get off that read. Get it to the check down.
He's a turtle.
Mind you, it took him about 6 to 7 seconds to make this read. By that time, the corner on the backside saw the swing out by the running back coming. So he's already starting to go make that play. Run up towards him to make the play. Guess what Daniel Jones does, Harry?
What does he do, Caleb? Tell us.
Not only does he throw the ball, he throws it a yard behind the quarterback, or the running back.
Yeah. It was bad. It was really bad.
How can you not make that play?
It's like I want to you can be bad at football and still be really fun at football. Like I think back to when Jameis Winston was in Tampa. They weren't good, but goddamn, it was fun. He was slinging that thing around 50 yards. Watching Daniel Jones, it's not even fun.
He's just so
It's
bad.
awful.
How can you not see the field? By the way, the great quarterbacks, they recognize there's something called pre-snap where you can kind of make an educated guess, if you will, about what's going on.
Yep.
But post-snap, especially if you have watched film, because Brian Flores isn't a new defensive coordinator in Minnesota. He was there last year.
Yeah.
He was there last year.
Oh, yeah.
So I bet you that scheme
Mhm.
has been in there for a minute.
Shout out Coach Flores, the Patriot legend.
He is cooking with that defense. That
He
defense
is.
is pretty good.
I think we could have called it defense yesterday to stop Daniel Jones. He's terrible.
It's just like it was a basic cover 2. We run that. I've been running cover I played football all throughout high school. And growing up, I ran that in youth. I've been knowing what cover 2 was since early middle school, elementary
It's
school.
practically the most basic defense there is. Right?
Yes.
It's got to be. Yeah.
Other than man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, in terms of zone coverage, it doesn't.
Like I do. Like I hear Tom Brady talk about it all the time. Like matter of fact, recently when he was just talking about when he was sat down with Stephen A. And he was talking about the downfall, if you will, of quarterback play, and how he would do his pre-snap, adjustments and things like that. And I'm like, dude, like, you can't even recognize a simple cover 2 post snap.
When you're talking about Stephen A. at the was that the Fanatics thing with Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Is there any quarterbacks he shit on there? Forget.
I don't think he said names. That's not Tom Brady. No way.
Oh, he said a name.
Oh, he said a name.
Oh, he said a name.
Oh.
The Giants quarterback, actually. Daniel fucking Jones again.
Dude,
Tom Brady's a nice guy. I love Tom Brady, but
you know how bad you have to be to shit on to get shitted on by freaking Tom Brady? Like, bro, I can't, bro. And Neighbors didn't even have a bad game either.
The Giants have fun receivers. Like,
Bro.
Neighbors is elite. Elite. He's gonna be. I think he is. I know he will be. Wandale's talent and Hyatt. Those three guys, you could have a decent quarterback, you could have something. But you're getting so hamstrung by what Daniel Jones is. He's holding back the Giants an unbelievable amount. Just out there, like, the pick he had, the one to Van Ginkel, like, I don't blame that a ton because that was a quick pass, but, like.
That was a great defensive play.
It was.
That was a great defensive play.
Yeah. The other pick was bad.
I'm about to put. Literally.
Harrison Smith one caught it, but I don't think he deflected. I think it was linebacker.
Honestly, okay, that was the play that I just broke down. That was on our first drive. What happens on Minnesota's first drive when they get the ball in offense? We force a fumble we get the ball in the red zone. We can't capitalize. We kick a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's the little things like that.
That wins and loses games.
It hurts your confidence in your team. Because I'm telling you what, I'm a defense player. I'm be like, man, this guy sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
the same thing happened in the Denver game. Gino threw a pick instantly, and Bo Nix went out there and shit his pants, and they had to kick it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Speaking of the Denver and Seahawks game, I'm pretty sure for the first half of that game, the Seahawks started like inside the one, all their offensive possessions.
Yeah, they had two safeties.
Yeah. Who won that game yesterday?
Seattle Seahawks.
Oh! Oh!
Who's that quarterback?
Geno Smith?
Giants could use a guy like that.
I mean, it's so frustrating. Like, we have been rebuilding since 2017.
Yeah, it's been tough. I don't know what happened in 2022. Like, the chips just fell right, but, like, realistically, that team wasn't going to do anything.
No, that team did their job. They exceeded expectations.
Yeah, no, and obviously, like, they were never going to win the Super Bowl, so it was like, oh, maybe there's something to build on.
Yeah.
No,
not at all.
It wasn't.
And you know what? Joe Shane, Brian Dable, you better do something because you're gonna lose your damn jobs.
Let Drew Lock slinging around.
You're gonna lose your damn jobs. You need to show that it's not because it wasn't the play calling.
Not at all.
It wasn't the play calling, and the team isn't bad.
No.
Well, like you said, we have pieces.
Yeah, there's
the drafting hasn't been horrible.
No, I believe.
Shane. It's not Shane. It's not Dable.
Mm-hmm.
It's the quarterback.
It's the guy they call Dimes.
But at the same time, you see this every day in practice.
Yeah, you gotta know. It's not like there's no way he's lighting it up in practice.
And it's to your point, Harry. Credit to you too, because you brought this to my attention. Because honestly, I wasn't thinking about this till you said it. It's got to be Mara.
It's got to be Mara. The owner, when you have that much money invested into a player, the owner's gonna step in and make sure he plays. That's always been a thing.
And you know, I kind of understood. I understood the decision to give Daniel Jones the money over Saquon the following offseason after the playoff win. But looking back at it now, we were still taking a chance because that was his first really good season.
And yeah, he was solid. I don't think he used $160 million.
No. So we were taking a chance. It's like we took a chance over. No, it's like we picked what the unknown was over a bona fide sure thing in Saquon.
Yeah,
Granted, Saquon has been getting hurt a lot, but he is more. He's more of a sure thing than Daniel
It's
Jones.
very easy to tell that Saquon Barkley's a good football player. When he's on the field, he's a great player. You saw it in Brazil. Like,
boy, did I.
Yeah.
Boy, did I see it in Brazil.
Yeah.
That hurt. Like this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Bad weekend.
This weekend,
Bad
man.
weekend.
I mean, started off with Saquon just cooking. My favorite player, by the way. He was my favorite player on the Giants after Odell.
At least Odell didn't play.
Yeah.
Imagine if he went for like 200 yards.
I might have been. That might have been it for me. I mean, it's so frustrating, and it's like we as fans are supposed to have high expectations, especially for the organization that we love, because Giants football hasn't always been bad. Like, they have a couple of rough seasons, but like there's always a playoff run or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's never this bad.
No, it's a low point. Where do you want to go from here? You want to draft a quarterback?
I think we don't have a choice.
What do you want?
I wanted Shador, but I think I could jump the gun a little bit after one game.
Yeah, I don't think. I think a lot of teams are going to take him off the draft board after last week.
That was not a good outing.
No,
not a good outing. You can blame the offensive line all you want. Yes, we can see the
He
offensive
will.
line, but as a quarterback, it may suck to say this, but you got to elevate talent.
Yep.
I mean, we see it all. It may suck to say this, but we see it. Lamar, he elevated his talent.
Yeah, no.
He took Willie Snead and that Ravens team
Yeah.
to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, even in college, like Patrick Mahomes when he was at Texas Tech, like
Patrick Mahomes in the NFL.
Yeah, exactly. Like last year, the team that won the Super Bowl, obviously Travis Kelce's getting older. He wasn't the same player last year, I don't think.
He looked old.
And
brother.
Rashee Rice was great, but other than that, not a lot to work with. And he went out there and he won the Super Bowl.
Won the damn Super Bowl.
Yeah, I like Cam Ward out of Miami.
I like Cam Ward too. I wouldn't be mad if we drafted Cam Ward. Quinn Ewers.
Anyone else?
No. I'm stopping it right there for a reason, Harry.
Put Carson back.
I'm stopping it
He's elite.
right. No.
He's elite.
No.
Just wait.
No. I don't know. I gotta see more.
Give him some time.
Again, well, it's early in the season.
It is. It's week 1.
We'll even for college football too.
Yeah,
like,
week 2.
We'll come to something. I'll come to
We'll see when the big games go.
decisions somewhere. But I mean, Giants fans, it's gonna be rough. I mean, there was literally no upside.
You got
that I
schooled by
saw.
Sam Darnold.
I didn't even get to that.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't even know why. I think Wink and Dable didn't really get along that much. That's why Wink is at Michigan right now.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
He had just as bad of a weekend, though.
he did.
Yeah,
He didn't really have a great defensive game plan.
Yeah.
But then again, his offense didn't really help him out at all.
No, they did
So-
not. They did not.
But I don't know what our defense coordinator was doing. Like, at some point, we let Sam. This is not to shit on Sam Darnold either. But if a quarterback is going 5 for 5 after we're playing soft coverage, at some point you gotta get hands on people. Gotta get hands on people.
Yeah, you got to.
Jordan Addison was out there. Justin Jefferson was out there. They got guys.
Aaron Jones was running all over the place.
We gotta get hands on people. And I'm sorry, a 99-yard touchdown drive is unacceptable.
From Sam Darnold.
That's unacceptable. They did hit a big play to Jettis. He's gonna get his. I understand that.
Yeah. You held him at 50 yards.
But we were still playing soft coverage after that. Like, of course, all they're gonna do is just run zone routes because we're playing 8 yards off and we're not getting hands on. So of course, I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna keep hitting out routes.
I think I'm a Sam Darnold believer now. I've seen it at USC. I've seen it. The Jets are bad. They were bad with him. He had mono. I don't know how that happens, really.
It's fun times being in New
San
York.
Fran, you just give him a little more time. He's got it in him. He's got the talent. This is the year Sam Darnold proves that he can be a guy. I'm praying. Sam Darnold's kind of cool. We got mono. Like, how many times does a starting NFL quarterback miss a game to mono? It's got to be just him. He's 1 of 1. He's got all the weapons in the world. Hawkinson will be back eventually. I don't know when. It could be later in the year. But Jones, Addison, Jefferson, like, you got a chance there. The defense is getting better. I know they got, what's his name at the end? The DN from Alabama.
Oh, Dallas Turner.
Yeah, Dallas Turner. And
He looked good too.
Yeah, he looked great.
He got a sack on Andrew Thomas. Well, it was a stunt,
Yeah,
so he went inside, but like,
he's gonna be really good.
yeah, he's gonna be a guy. But again, it's literally just Daniel Jones, like because the line gave him clean pockets at times,
There's something about a quarterback.
more than usual.
There's something about a quarterback with the last name Jones.
I just,
Mac Jones.
Daniel Jones.
Mac Jones almost ruined my love of football. The back foot little just throws. He just throws off his back foot.
I'm so close, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so close.
It can do really bad things to a really good guy.
My mental is not going to be okay.
My roommate Alex every day just trots around. He's a signed picture of Daniel Jones in his room. He
I
comes
haven't
down.
signed football. My buddy Jake gave me a signed football from Daniel Jones. That's worthless.
Yeah, we can punt that. My buddy Alex, he trots down the stairs before the game in his Daniel Jones jersey, and by the end of it, he goes, "I don't think you should ever play again." And this is the Daniel Jones fan. It's real rough in New York.
Dude, he was getting booed walking out the game, like walking out the players' entrance at the end of the game. Like Giants fans literally stayed after the game to boo him.
It looked like a murderer walking into their trial.
Yeah,
That's
like,
the way they were.
like an old school like murder.
Yeah,
Like
I'm surprised there wasn't actual tomatoes. Though.
like
I'm kind of disappointed in that by the New York fans. If anyone would do it, I could see like
he's so lucky. No,
Yeah.
Dude, imagine if he was in Philly. Oh my god, he would have needed a security escort to his car. He might need like 24-hour security.
Yeah,
if he played for the Eagles.
that'd be really bad. Yeah, no, bad day to be Daniel Jones. Bad day to be a Giants fan. But we move.
I will be holding mental health support meetings for Giants fans because it takes a community to get through this.
Yeah, no.
We cannot do it alone.
Reach out. They'll cheer for you.
Man. Let's go to the other NFC East team, the bottom tier NFC East team, Washington Commanders facing off against Tampa Bay Buccaneers Sunday. Boy, the Bucs look good.
The Bucs look good. Their quarterback, Baker Mayfield, written off, thrown away. He was like a prostitute. Right? He was on like 8 teams, not 8 teams. He was in the Rams for a week. He was in Carolina. I think they had him practicing on D-line.
Going anywhere for work.
And now look at him. That's my boy. Baker Mayfield. That's what the NFL's all about. That's a good story. And it's awesome to see him ball out.
He looked really good. I mean, like we said, I believe we said this earlier. Like, it was just a bad matchup defensively for Washington.
Yeah.
Because the Bucs didn't have Washington's strong suit is their 2D tackles, Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen.
Yep.
But the problem is, we don't have to run the ball.
Yeah, let's throw it.
If you're not gonna stop us, let's just throw it. Like
It's really simple when you got like Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, big, Emmanuel Ford,
little.
small. Makes it a lot easier. And St. Juice is a pretty big corner, I'm pretty sure. I think he's over 6 foot. But there was Mike Evans 6'5", whatever he is.
And I think Juice was getting more playing time than Forbes. Like
he gave up not a brutal, it was a dime and a great catch by Mike Evans, but one that like he should have broke up.
oh, you're talking about the one in
first one.
the fade into the
Yeah.
that was a dot.
That
And it was a great grab too. Mike Evans, he's so I think it's fair to say he's underrated.
I was going to bed last night. I was thinking, I'm like, Mike Evans, like, he's kind of an easy Hall of Famer.
He's an elite receiver, bro. Like he consistently puts up 1,000 yards. Right?
Never hasn't.
Yeah.
Every single season.
Like that's ridiculous.
He's done 10 straight. 11's the record. I'm almost positive it's Jerry Rice. He's going for it this year. Off to a pretty good start. He only had 60 yards. But 60 yards, I'm pretty sure gets you there now.
And I mean, the Bucs were still able to run the ball. Bucky Irving, 62-yard. Fantasy managers might want to pick up Bucky Irving.
Oregon great.
He's a dog.
Let's go Ducks.
He is a dog. But they had a great 1-2 punch. Bucky Irving had 60 yards rushing. Rashad White had 31 yards rushing. So Washington couldn't stop anything on defense. They gave up 37 points. Let's see. Mayfield had 289-yard passing. I thought he broke 300. I'm not gonna lie. 4 tuds. Godwin with 83. Rashad White with 75 receiving yards.
What was Baker's completion percentage? Sorry. Yeah, it must have been good because he was dealing, it felt like. So he should have had 5 touchdowns. There was a ball to McMillan where it hit off his fingertips. That should have been the 5th one. Third receiver from Washington.
His passing rate was 146.
146, that's elite.
That's
158 is the max, right?
yeah.
158.3, I believe.
So 146. I mean, he like you said, he was dealing. Like
He said after the game, he plays the best when he's having fun, and
he looked like he was having the
he had
time
a
of his
blast.
life.
He was smiling. Like Oklahoma, they were having fun. Look at him. That team at Oklahoma with Baker, like C.D. Lamb, Marquise Hollywood Brown, awesome. Baker Mayfield's good for football because he's one of the easiest guys to root for. Like because I don't know how I call him an underdog's wrong because he was the number 1 overall pick. But at this point, he kind of is. He's written off so many
People
times.
have doubted him so many
I've
times.
doubted him before. Like when he was at Texas Tech, he had to walk on Oklahoma.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's really like he's awesome. I'm happy to see him balling out.
It's good for football, honestly. But yeah, I like the I like this Bucks team. I mean, they've been had a good defense since Tom Brady left. It was just who's gonna be the quarterback. I don't know if he can get them to a Super Bowl, especially with how stacked the NFC is. Like I feel like the NFC is gonna be a lot deeper this year.
Yeah, them versus San Fran's a tough matchup.
Yeah.
Them versus Detroit.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Oh, they played them last year in the playoffs. Tough match.
Yeah, I don't like them against Detroit. I don't even like them against Dallas.
I do like them against Philly.
Yeah.
They put an ass kicking on them last year.
Yeah. And honestly, touch on this real quick. I know I might sound like a hater, but I don't think Philly looked that great. It was Saquon game. Saquon carried.
Hurts didn't look good. Hurts had some interceptions.
It may be more fair to say that Hurts didn't look great rather than Philly.
Hurts looked bad.
His reads didn't look okay.
The first
I didn't
pick
like
was
it.
mind-boggling.
That was bad. I watched I was watching it in class. Sorry, Mom. I was watching it.
Yeah.
And the little fake again, it was covered. It was more of a Tampa 2. Linebacker just difference is linebacker just gets a deeper depth in his in the middle of the field. But Xavier McKinney literally just was watching Hurts the whole entire time. Quay Walker is sitting underneath, so there's really nowhere to put.
It was
if
a
Hurts,
lose-lose.
He had tunnel vision because I'm pretty sure he just saw his receiver against Quay Walker and there was a safety in his peripheral that wasn't Xavier McKinney. The other safety played in the deep half.
Yep.
So he probably I think that's why the ball ended up towards the middle of the field. But yeah, that was bad read. So I don't know. I think this Bucks team can be good again. Maybe go divisional round again. I don't know how much you get better because of course every team's goal is to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's
But
tough.
you can't really you're kind of stuck.
They kind of get capped.
Yeah.
Like, I think they can win a division because they're supposed to. I think Atlanta was the pretty big betting favorite going into
And
the
they
year.
didn't really look.
Yeah,
I mean, granted they played a great defense yesterday, but still.
Kirk Cousins still looked bad.
Yeah.
He looked bad. So I think Tampa can definitely win that division again.
Saints didn't look bad either, but
Saints-
they were playing the Panthers. They were playing
Well.
the Panthers. I'm sorry, but 47 is actually crazy for a week one game.
Yeah,
That's actually insane.
that's points.
Like Derek Carr looked like
Derek Carr's always had
MVP
a
Derek
great
Carr.
deep ball. Always had a great deep ball, and the one he had to start the game, Rashid Shaheed,
Rashid Shaheed, I think.
Rashid Shaheed.
Rashid Shaheed.
He's a dog.
Say that 5 times fast.
I'm not gonna try. I wouldn't do that to a listener. Yeah,
But-
Olave did nothing either.
Yeah, Olave had a quiet game, but yeah, I think the Bucks can definitely win this division. I think they are the better team.
I'm rooting for him.
I think they are the better team in that division. Yeah, Baker being good is good for football. I'm loving it. Of course, I'm loving what they did with the Commanders, but
Jaden Daniels looked all right. Looked okay.
yeah, he
was the best of the rookies yesterday. For the quarterback.
He was. Dude, did you see all the hype that Caleb Williams was getting after the win, bro? That win was not because of him. That win was because of the Bears defense
But
and
his
Will
aura.
Levis. Dude, bump that. Bump that. Bump
No,
that.
He was bad. He was really bad.
He didn't look good at all. All that preseason, all that. Oh, like, Caleb's amazing. Yeah. Look what happened when we played against the ones.
I find it very humorous you trashing on Caleb.
Dude, okay. I don't know. Caleb, I'm not going to say he rubs me the wrong way, but I don't know. It's just something. I'm not sold on Caleb Williams yet. I just want people to calm down about him.
Yeah,
he's
definitely.
Still, yes, he's an amazing talent, but he's a rookie quarterback. Like,
He thinks
still,
he's playing in the Pac-12 still.
Yeah. And it's not, buddy. It's the NFL. And if your defense, Bears defense had 26 fantasy points. If they had 2 interceptions, a fumble recovery, special teams blocked the punt for a touchdown. So I think
Levis did him no favors.
I think the score of the game was the final score is 24.
17.
Yeah. The Bears, 2 pick sixes and a block punt return for a touchdown. That's 21 points.
Yeah. No, it was. Yeah. It
So
was,
the offense really didn't do.
They did nothing. I know Keenan Allen dropped one touchdown,
He did.
but it was the whole like Rex Ryan on ESPN the pregame the NFL countdown before the game was saying how Caleb Williams has never played anyone like a Jeffrey Simmons.
Yeah.
This is true. Like it's the NFL is a different animal, especially compared to the Pac-12. Like the closest you'll get is like the SEC or like high level Big Ten. And last year at SC in the Pac-12, like he could run around, he could do all this, he could get one touch. You can't really do that in the NFL. You can kind of, but you can't just run 12 yards backwards and work your way out of it.
No.
And he found out. Obviously, they got the win, so 1-0 in the record book. But I'm sure his quarterback coach will be less than thrilled with him.
Yeah, he probably didn't have a great film session today.
No, I doubt it. But the Titans' defense is good. I think they have a good defense.
Yeah, I think the AFC South is going to be a real competitive division this year.
Yeah.
The Jags should have beat Miami yesterday.
100%.
Trevor Lawrence actually looked pretty good. He looked like he earned his money.
Have you seen the all-22 on his touchdown
To Brian Thomas? I was just about to go there.
Disgusting.
Dude, he threw that mad early, and it was a dime.
Nice little toe tap by BTJ also.
He didn't even have to look. I mean, as soon as he turned his head, the ball was there.
They've been working.
Yeah.
Clearly, they've been getting their work.
That's the chemistry
that was
building
week
right there.
one chemistry with a rookie. You don't really see that like that.
Yeah.
That was an unbelievable play. And ETN fumbled going into the end zone. That killed them.
Yeah. So, I thought the Jags looked pretty good. I thought Trevor Lawrence looked like he earned his money. Tua, not so much.
Tua had 300 yards, leading the league in passing right now. He should have had 500 yards. Like the 80-yard touchdown to Tyreek Hill, he was wide open, and obviously you get that guy the ball, great things are gonna happen.
It's Tyreek Hill.
It's like they literally arrested him yesterday. They had him they literal handcuffs.
Did you see his celly?
Yes.
Yeah.
They literally had him in handcuffs like an hour before the game, and he still puts up $130 and a touchdown. Like,
ridiculous.
He's special.
He is.
He's special. He's like just so talented, and Waddle's good too. Waddle had a deep post. I'm sure Tyreek's gonna be giving him shit though, because he was running and he got hawked down.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I was like, oh, he's for sure gonna score.
Yeah, I don't know how. Credit to the D-back on that.
Yeah, honestly though, but yeah, and then Texans Colts. I mean, that was a great game too.
That was a war.
I mean, the AFC South is gonna be loaded with quarterbacks.
I think Anthony Richardson might have a little bit of talent in him. He's got a little bit of something in him.
Man,
He's
I had Alec Pierce on my bench this weekend, and he went off. Caught 2 bombs from Anthony, literally.
Yeah.
Like, are you talking about, like, can we appreciate this real quick?
Yeah.
Rolling to his left.
Rolling to his left, yep.
As a right-handed quarterback.
Yep.
Sets his feet, his tackle, right in front of it, right on his lap.
Mm-hmm.
This man just rotates the hips.
Yep.
Launches it.
Just throws it up.
70 yards down the field. Are you kidding me?
On a dime.
Like,
directly to Pierce.
Like
that doesn't happen.
That's the kind of stuff you can't teach. You can't coach that.
Yeah.
That's God-given talent.
Yeah, that throw was one of the best throws of all time.
That's God-given talent.
He's unbelievable. And obviously he makes little mistakes here and there. The thing is, he's only started, I think, in college, was it 17 games?
Yeah.
Something like that. It's a really low number, and only played like 3 or 4.
It's less than that, because yesterday was his 17th straight start since high school, I think.
Yeah, like that's insane that he's doing all this. Like, once he figures it out, and the big thing with him is can he stay healthy? I really hope for football he can, because people deserve to watch him. He's that talented.
Just don't run him as much.
Yeah, because his arm, like, obviously he's gifted as a runner, but his arm's his actual gift. Like, he's got the right arm from
college. You can get away with being a gifted runner, but
Yep.
the NFL is where you really need to play like a quarterback, a traditional quarterback, because those guys are just so fast and so physical that they're literally getting like almost car accidents every time they get hit.
Yeah, like look at Dak Prescott. You look at his film at Mississippi State. He looks like a completely different player. If you put a different you can't even tell it's Dak Prescott. He's running so much. His throwing motion's completely different. To where he is now with the Cowboys, he's an actual he's a pocket passer. He's a great thrower.
He is a pocket passer.
Back in the day, he was a scrambler.
Oh, he had a dot to CD on the
Yes, he
sideline
did.
over Denzel Ward.
Yes, he did.
Oh my God, it was a
That was a
beautiful
great
ball.
matchup.
That was a beautiful ball. Well,
It was. He didn't have a crazy.
oh, you're talking about Denzel Ward?
Oh, just the two.
Oh, I thought
Just-
you were
no,
talking
no.
about Cleveland.
No, just the two of them.
Cleveland and the Cowboys. But yeah, I mean, speaking of Cleveland Cowboys, we can get into this real quick.
Oh yeah.
Um, Deshaun Watson. The downfall of Deshaun Watson needs to be studied.
Part of my take put out a poll today: is he a better football player or a better person? Because it's getting really hard to tell right now.
That's so bad.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
He's almost Daniel Jonesy.
That's so bad.
But the thing is like we saw him in Houston, we saw him at Clemson. He was sick,
Bro.
He was so good,
Bro, his last year, it's like, I don't know what, like, it's actually insane. Like, this got to be, like, insane karma.
He's terrible.
Like, he was good and
he was a top 5 quarterback.
His last season in Houston, he was filthy.
He was unbelievable. And now he's out there and it looks like a deer in headlights.
Like, no way that year off for football. Like, really.
I wonder if it's like a love of the game thing.
I don't know what it is.
It looks awful.
It does.
It looks really.
And
really
the
bad.
Brown, I mean, they got to be kicking themselves now.
Yeah, if they kept Baker, they didn't give up all those assets. Like,
Do you think Baker needed that in order to, like,
I don't think it would ever work.
Be more, yeah.
I don't know
Do you
if it
think
would work.
Baker needed to be a journeyman for a little bit in order to get kind of his swag
Yeah,
back?
he gets
and, like,
confidence
his
back.
confidence back, and like, because I feel like his confidence was definitely hurt and definitely low in Cleveland.
Yeah.
So maybe credit to what you just said, maybe that was the best thing for him.
Yeah. Worked out for Baker. Cleveland's, they're going to be kicking themselves over that for years. It's, as they were saying, it's by far the worst contract. It's guaranteed. All guaranteed. Almost all of it. Like Dak Prescott's contract yesterday is only $1 million more guaranteed than Watson. It's insane.
It's so bad. That's so bad. And the Cowboys defense looked good.
Cowboys defense looked great.
They look scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Micah and DeMarcus Lawrence.
It hurts to say as a Giants fan, but they look scary.
Even Diggs had to get his interception at the end. Wouldn't
got
be a
to.
Cowboys game without either him or Bland getting a pick.
Exactly. But I mean, at the same time, it is September. It's week 1. Cowboys always look great in September,
Same with the Dolphins.
but they credit to, I mean, just credit to them real quick, because like we said, like they had a horrible, well, to the outside, it was a horrible offseason. They brought back Zeke, who has looked horrible since what, 2019.
He had some sweet moments with the Pats. Was he a good football player? Probably not.
No,
But it was kind of cool.
No.
He was like a Power Ranger
he
with
was a
the
fat. He was
Axiom.
a fat running back. He was
Power back.
slightly smaller than Eddie Lacy,
He was like Jerome Bettis.
but he moved like Eddie Lacy.
He moved like me.
He moved like 2000. He moved like retirement Jerome Bennett.
Yeah.
Like,
He moved. He doesn't move well.
yeah, but
He hurdled again.
He looked better.
Yeah.
We thought the receiving core was gonna be kind of lackluster, but Brandon Cooks got a touchdown yesterday.
You see that play?
I mean, it was a breakdown in the Browns defense.
What the pressure they had in Dak's face and the way he put that ball.
Yeah, that was pretty
was
good.
sick.
That was pretty good. Could have been played better by Juan Thornhill, but I digress. CD still got his.
Always.
CD got his.
Always. He took a huge hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the middle of the field, took a big hit. Got right up. Big first down celebration.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Cowboys fans, I would say, like, could be excited, but your test really doesn't come until January. Like, let's be real. Like,
But live it up before then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy the moment.
If you're winning,
Live in the present.
let him hear.
Live in the present. Love yours.
That's real, Caleb. I appreciate that.
Just live in the moment.
Yeah.
Just live in the moment. But for the Browns, I mean, you gotta be kicking yourselves because this could honestly be a Super Bowl. Like, it might sound crazy, but this could be a Super Bowl team with the right quarterback.
Oh, definitely.
Like, they got a elite defense, I believe.
Their receiving core is pretty sweet.
The receiving core is
Judy looked all right. He had a touchdown.
Judy had a touchdown.
He's
Mark was
interesting.
still there. Elijah Moore isn't a scrub. I don't think he's a scrub at all.
Njoku got hurt, but with him healthy, he came on last year.
Yeah, he should.
I don't know what Joe Flacco brought out in him, but he brought out a different type of player.
Yeah, they look better with Joe Flacco.
They
than-
look sick with Joe Flacco.
I mean, I think it was Dan Orlovsky today who said you might have to think about like maybe sitting Deshaun for.
And who would the backup be?
Is it the guy who went 30 for 30?
It's the most fun man in football.
Is
Brett.
it
Yep.
Jameis?
It's Jameis
No.
Winston.
No.
Football he's in the same boat with Baker. Football's better with Jameis Winston just roaming around.
Can't be Jameis.
Firing that
Can't
thing.
be Jameis.
You know what the first 4 letters of his last name spell out?
What?
Wins. And he'll let you know all about that. Jameis Winston wins football games. He's the ultimate team player. He tears his ACL. You think he's not hobbling around crutches dancing after the game? Damn right he is.
All right, Eric, I got a question for you.
Yeah, I'll answer it.
Let's say we get to, I don't know, we'll go week 6. You're 2-4.
Mm-hmm.
Do you keep Watson? Do you keep Watson playing, or do you go to Jameis?
I think that's another thing like the Daniel Jones thing where I don't know if the owner will let him. The Haslams, because you have so much. It's guaranteed money. All guaranteed money. Can you fit a guy like that? But the thing is, Cleveland needs a Super Bowl. And, like, they're desperate, and they'll do anything to win a Super Bowl. Let him cook. Just send Jameis out there. Send him out there like a bat out of hell. He got LASIK now. His eyes are fixed.
His eyes actually work.
Yeah. I don't know how he was playing in the NFL.
Dude, imagine being an NFL quarterback and you can't even see.
He has God-given talent. Eat a dub. That's he's going to come out there. Like, him being the leader of the dog pounds is, like, the dog pound's sick. Like, Jameis Winston going out there. Yeah. He's good for the Browns. If Watson keeps playing like this, I wouldn't even think about it. I put him right in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Getting a little bit towards the end here, so wrap this up. We'll go last segment. Man, we kind of touched on this earlier, talking about the Saints and Derek Carr, but the Panthers looked horrible. I mean, Bryce Young didn't look great.
No.
And we talked about how well CJ and Ant played the other day. Like,
Yep.
It's not looking good for Bryce Young. Like, if you were to do it all over again, are you still taking Bryce Young, or are you taking CJ or Anthony Richardson?
I think you got to go Stroud because he's so he's smart, he's cerebral. Like he can. I think he's really good at elevating.
Do you think he would still be CJ Stroud?
He would be definitely a little worse.
Yeah.
But like I think he'd be better than what Bryce Young is. Bryce Young, I saw it on the ticker on the bottom of the thing before halftime. He was 3 of 13 for like 38 yards and a pick. And I know he got over 100 yards, but don't believe it. By the time he got there, the game was well over. He looked really bad. He looked like a different player. Like he was missing throws that he shouldn't miss. Bad interception, bad miss.
He had a couple bad interceptions.
Yeah,
like,
it was like, oh.
I don't know. I mean,
that's not the Bryce Young I know.
No, you said it. You said it earlier. Like his confidence, it's probably his confidence going away because like that talent like doesn't just go away like that. Like,
yeah, not in a year. And
it's got to be something up in his mind, in his head. Like it just sucks for him because he knows he can't trust. Like I'm telling you, like not being able to trust your offensive line hurts you so much.
The Carolina Panthers did they did damage to a good man.
Like not being able to trust anybody on the field, your teammates. Like Anthony Richardson, we talked about the play where he just threw it up. Why would Bryce Young just throw it up, having no belief in his guys? Like, and that comes from like reps in practice and like in preseason and stuff like that. Like if you're not showing me, it's like a coach. Like if you're not showing me that you can do it, why would I trust you to do it in game?
Yeah, no. There's Dave Canales coming over from Tampa. I was hoping that he would rejuvenate Bryce Young, get him fired up for the year.
But even then, it's not. You can't even fairly assess him because like what he came into is like
a shit show.
What can I can't work with anything. Like I don't have a pick. Like I can't work with. There's nothing to work with.
Yeah, not Bryce Young's fault, of course, but the Bryce Young trade with Chicago is going to go down. Well, depending on Caleb Williams is, but say he's decent, is one of the all-time worst trades. You give up the number 1 pick, DJ Moore, and another first. They go up number 1, and like obviously he doesn't look weak now, but at the time that was considered a pretty weak QB class.
Yeah,
it was at the time, and they're going to be kicking themselves if Caleb turns into what he should be.
Yeah, because it's either if you don't get Stroud, then you're just taking chances after that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's still to be determined with Bryce and Anthony Richardson, but just going off of looks, like this doesn't look good. And then Anthony Richardson, like, I mean, yeah, he got drafted by Colts, decent online.
Yep,
definitely looked better than they did last year, yesterday.
Jeff Saturday's not coaching there anymore, so Steichen's doing a really good job, I think there.
And they got receivers, weapons. They got Michael Pittman Jr., Alec Pierce, Josh Downs. Like, CJ and Ant both have things to work with to elevate their talent, to help them adjust to the game. And it's like Bryce just has nothing at all.
Yeah, there's nothing to smile about. Like, old-ass Adam Thielen. He's like the old family dog. Like, you still love him. It's Adam Thielen, but he's not the puppy he used to have. He's running around. He's got the curly hair now. And he just does. He's a nice guy. I'm sure he could be a nice player on a good team, but he cannot be your number one receiver on a bad team.
No.
It will never work.
No.
It's not working. It's like you get pieced up by Derek Carr. And it just hurts for the Panthers because J.C. Horn's your best player, probably.
Bro, and then they have nobody on defense. Like, Burns is gone.
Yeah.
Chin is gone. It's just Horn.
And Horn, I like him. He's a good player. Derek Carr is pointing at him, telling me his 3 touchdowns on him. That's happening to your best player.
But yeah,
that's less than inspiring.
You can't even blame, like, at that point, it's like, having an elite corner is not really gonna. Well, he's not even. I wouldn't say he's elite, but like he's a good player.
He could be elite.
He could be elite.
Could be elite.
Like I wouldn't be surprised if a team like not in a playoff race, but like maybe even a team like the Giants that like need another corner, try and go trade for J.C. Horn.
I believe he went before Surtain. I think he went 8.
Yeah, he did go before Surtain,
which is crazy.
I just like it's the Panthers.
It's the Panthers.
Bro.
It's
like,
the Peas.
Like
it's bad. Cam
Newton's
Newton's not walking through that door. Luke Kuechly's not coming through either.
Yeah. But yeah. Hopefully we'll get justice for Bryce Young.
Free him.
Free Bryce Young, man. Free Bryce Young. What a weekend of football. I'm so pumped for the season, man. So pumped to be doing this with you for the rest of the season.
That's gonna be great, dude.
Rest of the year, man. We want to thank y'all for tuning in today. Of course, this is the first show, so may not be perfect, but
work in progress.
We promise we're gonna get better. We'll be bringing you guys lots of contact. Make sure to follow us on our Twitter, all of our socials: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
All be in the description.
Yeah, we'll all be in the description. You can find us there. We'll be pushing content to you guys. We'll try to have episodes, at least one episode out every week. Yeah, we just appreciate you guys listening in. Just enjoy the ride. Sit back and enjoy the ride. This is Nickel and Dime Show. I'm Cale McBride.
I'm Harry Hughes.
And we'll see y'all later.
Have a good one.